biggest concern about this?
So for me, even the verbal ones on social media should not be there. We don't need to have any form of abuse or accusation, false accusations, anything. For me, it should not exist. Physical or verbal, social media or otherwise, we should have election that is based on issues, campaign that is based on issues, discussing our problems. Nigeria have huge, enormous problems that are besetting it that we should occupy our campaigns with. You can't have a situation where you're the poverty capital of the world, one of the most insecure places on the surface of the earth. Your primary health care have collapsed. You're now 168 out of 170 something or 178 on WHO medical WHO health numbering. So there's so much we can talk about. There's so much that should be a problem. Our human capital is very low, and everything. Your youths are every day looking for a way to leave the country because of sense of hopelessness and everything. So these are things that should worry us. Not the issue of any form of verbal attack or physical attack, anything. I urge those who are my supporters, please do not engage in that. And I plead with other contestants to please plead with their supporters and those who are working for them to this and that. We have a huge problem. Let's deal with it. All I want is to get Nigeria to start working again for everybody.
I'll take you up on this your Lagos trip, and also you went visiting the Ariana Kankanfo of Yoruba land, Gani Adams, where you told him about your plan of uniting Nigeria, and you made promise of restructuring. Some of your allies and some of your friends who are campaigning for you, like the Middle Belt Forum, Afenifere, the Pandev, these are some of the proponents of restructuring in Nigeria. The manner of their own approach to the issue of restructuring, because by definition, restructuring now means different things to different people. If you look at the radical approach, the likes of Chief Adebanjo has preached about the issue of restructuring when he said, not only when Nigeria is being properly restructured before we can get the kind of the desired development. What do you mean? What is the Peter Obi's concept of restructuring? And if you really mean it, how soon or how fast are you hoping to get down to the ground and get this issue of restructuring working? Should he be elected president?
So Nigeria is already Federal Republic of Nigeria. So you first need to have true federalism, as is being practiced in other nations of the world. When we talk about the issue of restructuring, we're talking about trying to, this is not going to be something that I'm going to do by presidential fiat or this. It is something that we all need to sit down and talk and go through the process of rule of law in doing that. But I can assure you, we need to restructure. We all have factor endowment that will make the country work. Some of those who are even against restructuring, or even have fear of restructuring, will benefit more. For example, I've always said it consistently, the biggest physical assets of Nigeria is uncultivated land in the north. We can make more money far more money than we earn from oil or gas from agriculture. If we do the right things. We say we live on 923,000 square kilometers of land, which the vast land, arable land, are in the north. And we're 200 million people. Tiny country like Netherlands that have just live on, without water, live on 33,000 square kilometers of land, which if we were to donate land to them, minority from Nigeria, we remove 33,000 from our 923, so we will still have 890,000 left. If we were to give them even human beings, they are 17.4 million in population, and we are about 220 actually. So we give them, still have 200 million people left. The agricultural export in 2021 is 103 billion euros, about $120 billion. That is 4 times our entire export when you divide 18.9 trillion by 650 naira, because your parallel market today is about 750. So you find out that it's 3 times your entire export. And you have that vast land that is uncultivated. So for me, that vast land can give us far more than we're earning from oil today, and cultivating it is something that I'm focused on. I want to put people out of poverty, especially in the north, by ensuring that we put in the resources that will ensure that that vast land is cultivated. First, that will feed ourselves, which will drive down our inflation, because the worst contributor to our inflation today is food inflation. 2, will lead to manufacturing and lead to export, which will in turn, like I said before, increase our reserve and drive down our rate of exchange. These are things restructuring will come. Then those from Niger Delta today will be able to use the resources that we're going to generate from further production of oil and gas area to be able to develop, clean up the environment, bring them back to agricultural and other food productive areas like fishing and everything. There's quite a lot we can do if we do the right things. So I keep saying that.
If I may quickly jump in and ask you, Mr. Obi, there is the